How are we already heading into week 9? Absolutely insane. Well, the Arizona Cardinals heading into week 9, getting ready for the Chicago Bears to come into State Farm Stadium to start our back-to-back home games. Let's preview Cardinals versus Bears. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season, so subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. Alright, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about Cardinals versus Bears, shall we? Now, a very, very intriguing matchup for the Arizona Cardinals heading into week 9, being the fact that we're sitting at 4-4 and the top of the division. And guess what? The Bears currently right now are sitting at 4-3 at the bottom of their division. The NFC North right now is absolutely stacked. The best team in the NFC might be coming out of the North this year, and that's most likely probably going to be the Detroit Lions. Now, obviously, the Packers are definitely a very good team as well as the Vikings, and the Bears are sitting at the bottom at 4-3, although very, very good season so far, especially with the young rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams. It's going to be very, very hard to try to keep up with a team like the Detroit Lions, but all do have 9 games left in the regular season, so let's see how this North shakes out. But let's go and focus here on the NFC West, right? And that's where obviously the Cardinals are coming from. We're no longer the NFC best anymore, right? And that's the beautiful part here of the 2024 season, where the Cardinals are sitting at 4-4 at the top of the division, and honestly, every single game matters. Every single game matters from here to the end of the season, because it could be a deciding factor as to, can the Cardinals win the division, potentially get the playoffs, or, you know, if they don't, right, every single loss is going to be very, very crucial in terms of we're going to see a crazy fluctuation in the West. Every game is a must-win here in my eyes. But let's take a look here at the Chicago Bears, a Bears team that is actually trending in the right direction, especially obviously with the young rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams. He has not had the most, I guess, fantastic start to his young rookie career, although he's actually looked really, really good in my eyes. 1,448 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's got a QBR rating of 45.8. Now, the reason why I don't say fantastic for Caleb Williams is because obviously the guy that's kind of outshining the first overall pick is probably Jaden Daniels, and what they are doing over there with the Washington Commanders is absolutely bonkers, right? Now, both of them actually had a very good game last weekend. The Bears were winning it until that last second Hail Mary drive, and of course, you know, Jaden Daniels just kind of gets a little bit of a more of a notch because his team is trending in the right direction, but so is the Bears, right? So let's take a look at the Bears here in entirety. Really good young rookie quarterback. I'm excited to see what the career of Caleb Williams is going to turn into. They got a really good solid running back with DeAndre Swift, but Roschon Johnson's probably going to be their bruiser, right? That guy that's going to give you that ugly yard, the guy that's, if you're sitting at the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, trying to get a touchdown, they're probably going to be rolling with a Roschon Johnson. So overall, pretty good 1-2 punch here from the running back core. Their wide receiving core is actually pretty darn solid. I really do like DJ Moore and what his career has kind of blossomed into what we're seeing here in Chicago. Obviously, we've seen some flashes here in the Carolina Panthers, but we know the Carolina Panthers right now, that whole organization is going through some shambles right now. So he's definitely in a better situation currently right now. Although Caleb and DJ Moore might not have the best connection, he's still in a better situation. Of course, they got their veteran savvy wide receiver in Keenan Allen, still able to do it. And then they got the young rookie wide receiver in Rome Odunze, which obviously chosen in the top 10. I don't really blame the production on Rome Odunze per se. Obviously, they have a number 1 wide receiver over there with DJ Moore, and then obviously your savvy veteran in Keenan Allen. Sometimes there might be one of those things where there just might be too many cooks in the kitchen, where he's just not getting a good, you know, workload or a good opportunity sent his way. But they do got a very good tight end over there in Cole Kmet, 6'6", 260 pounds. He was picked up in the 2nd round in 2020. So he's definitely got about 3 or 4 years under his belt, but he's actually having a really, really good start to his 2024 season. Right now, with 27 receptions, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns, and averages about 11.2 yards a catch. What really worries me about the Chicago Bears is most likely their defense. We are talking about a top 11 defense here in the NFL, and that's going to be passing defense. Now, their rushing defense right now, they're sitting at number 14, where they're averaging about 120 yards per game. And of course, with the Cardinals being one of the best, you know, run first teams, right? And I think we're like top 5, top 7, somewhere around there. This definitely could attribute to maybe the best game plan for the Cardinals to come in here and obviously have a James Conner / Kyler Murray type of game. So love to see that. In scoring defenses, they're definitely in the top, and they're top 5 right now. They're only averaging about 17 points per game. So maybe another Chargers versus Cardinals game where it's very, very low scoring. And then their red zone defense, they're actually number 1 in red zone defense. Third down efficiency, they're number 6 currently right now. So we're talking about a very, very good defense. And I think this Bears organization runs to their defense. And of course, as long as they're able to get their offense going with Caleb and their weapons, you know, they could be a very dynamic team. Now, a couple different things that I've noticed here from the Chicago Bears, in fact, of like, what do we need to do to win this game, right? Obviously, I think we need to start off with the run game. We need to be very, very efficient with James Conner. And last week, we weren't very, very good with James Conner, although he did leave this game with, I believe, 50 plus yards on the ground and a touchdown, which is definitely respectable, right? Especially in terms of how good he's been so far this year. The Cardinals really, really won with their passing game, right? But that's kind of one of those things that you need to do, right? If the run game, which is our identity, is not working, you got to switch over to the pass game. And I really do hope that that translates from week 8 to week 9, because we definitely really need to see that type of Kyler Murray again. But continue to talk about the run game. Now, if it works, perfect. Now, if it doesn't, obviously we're going to be leaning on the arm of Kyler Murray. Now, another thing I want to talk about here is that, yes, I've praised their young rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams multiple times, but this is going to be our second rookie quarterback that we're playing so far this season, right? The first thing that we need to do is we need to be able to get back there and rattle the cage of Caleb Williams. Send blitzes, send multiple different, looks on defenses, right? And I know Nick Rallis has a very, very good scheme in terms of confusing people, right? In terms of what specific, type of defense we're going to be playing on that specific down. So that's kind of what we need to see, right? We need to be able to disguise our defenses and confuse this young rookie quarterback. And of course, send Budda Baker, right? Send Kazir White, right? Send Jalen Thompson out there. Send pressure in terms of not allowing him to get comfortable back there, because we've seen some flashes of really, really good, quarterback play with Caleb Williams, but we definitely have seen some struggles as well, especially if the defense is able to rattle the cage of this young rookie quarterback. So I think that's another key to success here for the Cardinals, is that we need to be able to provide pressure to this young rookie quarterback. And I get it, right? We have not been very, very good as a whole defensively. We got one of the worst pass rushing cores in general, but we most likely probably will see small dosage of Darius Robinson in week 9, which is our 28th overall pick in the 2024 draft. Hopefully he starts to kind of get involved and we start seeing what he can provide to us. Now, we did hear Jonathan Gannon say that yes, he is going to be activated to the 53-man roster, but they are going to take it day by day, which kind of leads me to believe that they're probably not going to use him to the full max in week 9. They're probably going to ease him into play. Now, that's no surprise, right? Because the Arizona Cardinals defensive line, we're very, very smart in terms of being able to switch people out here and there to keep people fresh and hopefully try to prevent any sort of injury. So we're going to be able to see some Darius Robinson. I'm excited about that. But one thing I really want to see is that this defense just hones in on this young rookie quarterback, because like I said before, if we can rattle the cage, I think that we can kind of make him see some ghosts, right? Like Sam Darnold came out and said. So those are the biggest keys to success here for the Cardinals, because defensively, if you take a look at their roster, they actually got some really, really good pieces on that defensive side of the ball. Either you want to talk about Montez Sweat, Javon Dexter Sr., right? They got some players on this defensive line that can get to the quarterback. So we need to protect Kyler Murray and then their secondary as well, right? With Kyler Gordon, Kevin Byard, Jalen Johnson, right? They got really, really good weapons here on the defensive side of the ball. So we need to play this game very, very smartly, right? Obviously starting off with the run game here with James Conner, but if they're stacking the box like we've been seeing other teams do, we're going to need to have Kyler Murray let loose, right? With design plays from Kyler Murray specifically, and of course using his arms with Marvin Harrison Jr., as well as Michael Wilson, and then of course Trey McBride as well. So ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this game? Do you think the Cardinals can sustain their 2-game winning streak that we currently got going on right now and then making it a 3-game winning streak? What are your thoughts here? Let me know in the chat below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. This is going to be a very, very tough matchup here. I look at this as more of a defensive matchup, right? Their defense trying to start up our offense and hopefully our defense rattling the cage of Caleb Williams and not allowing him to move the ball down the field is what I'm really hoping to see in this game. Let me know what your guys' thoughts here in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cardinals.